What's up and welcome to Around with the Boys podcast. On this show, we talk about life, sports, business, and all the cool shit in between. I'm your host, James Rackley, and along with me as always is my co-host,
Johnny Dunleavy.
Mr. Johnny Dunleavy. So sit back, relax, crack you a cold one, and enjoy the show.
I will gladly crack a cold one. How are you doing?
A lot better now. Hold on, let me get my first sip.
Nice. Welcome back to Around with the Boys. This is episode 41, cruising right along. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast. Follow us on all the social platforms at Around W the Boys. We are live again on Twitch. Hop in the chat, ask questions if you want. Be interactive.
Yeah.
And subscribe to the podcast. Follow us on YouTube, actually. Subscribe to the videos.
Yeah, because we're going to be going live on YouTube soon as well, right?
Yeah, we're going to switch it up to YouTube.
We can do both, right?
It'll be both, yeah. But
Okay.
eventually we will phase out the Twitch and go into the YouTube.
All right.
But we'll get more on that later. We're here. It's Friday, September 3rd.
Also, a reminder, if you want to get in the pick'em,
Yes.
you need to hit us up, DM us.
Yep, you have to be in by 7 p.m. on Thursday.
Yep.
7 p.m. on Thursday. Free entry. Winner is going to get a paid inshore charter trip.
Yep.
From Captain DW by us.
And if you can't get here, no worries. We're going to send you your bottle of liquor of preference. We're going to mail it out there to you, along with some other goodies, some gift cards. We're going to have shirts made by then, so
A trophy.
it's worth playing. Yeah, the trophy. You're going to get a trophy, and then we're going to have the wall of winners. So if you win, your name will be on the wall and in the shot every episode, so everybody knows that you are a fucking champion.
That's right, and it's free to play, so like you have nothing to lose.
Nothing.
Just go ahead and do it. Last week we had Captain DW on. Actually, speaking of, Flounder season is in full effect.
Yep.
They're getting them.
Yeah, big Scene. Everybody knows Scene that comes on the program quite often. He's going gigging tonight. He is jacked up.
Who is he going with? AJ?
Yeah, the Flounding Father.
The Flounding Father.
Yeah, that's who he's going with.
Self-proclaimed Flounding Father.
Yeah, so they're gonna go gig and get it done, and I'm sure he'll cook it up for us.
Perfect. This week, though, we have a special guest. Who we got, Jimmy?
That we do. We have Tommy, the boss, a.k.a. NUBS Media, a guy who I can't believe it, but he actually let me come to work for him.
I did.
And I'm pretty stoked about it. I'm proud to be a part of it, and without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, meet Tommy.
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me.
And welcome to the show, man. Thanks for coming.
Man.
Absolutely.
How are
My
things?
pleasure. Good. I'm not as hot as I was yesterday.
Yeah,
It's
that's
definitely cooled off drastically.
yeah.
Beautiful.
Walking around filming on roofs in 95-degree weather is not fun.
Yep.
Ooh, we will get to that.
Well,
I
and
wanna
you
hear more
started.
about
I mean,
that.
you started out the week right. I mean, Tommy's a big NC State fan.
I did, yes.
And they whipped ass last night.
We
so
did.
He's,
45-0.
yeah, so he's starting the weekend off right.
Starting it off right. Season ticket holder, actually, to NC State football.
NC State minus 19 last night was a lock.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'd have taken that all day long.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
lock it up, throw away the key.
They were up, golly, man. They were up, 24-0-ish at halftime? Something like that?
I know it was 17.
It was 17. I can't remember if we scored before
can't
half. I think we did. I think it was 24-0 at halftime.
Yeah. Either way, just an
Either way,
absolute
it was an
beatdown.
amazing game.
Great.
It was good.
Great start.
We beat them the way we should have beat them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Tommy's a big stater, and I guess is it because you're from Wendell, North Carolina?
Yeah, Wendell, North Carolina.
Wendell.
That's where I grew up. Right outside of Raleigh.
Okay.
Yeah, and Dad went to NC State. Uncle went to NC State. Bunch of my family did.
Oh, it's in the bloodline.
Oh yeah, it's there.
Did you go?
I did not. I did not go to NC State.
Okay.
So I went to Liberty University
Okay, yeah.
up in Lynchburg, Virginia.
Yep.
That's where I went to school.
Yeah.
Nice, man. So let's hear a little bit about your story. I mean, we know you got the NUBS Media thing going right now.
Yeah.
I mean, how long has that been going?
So we've been in business for 14 months.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
a little over a year. We started in the middle of a pandemic last year.
Mm-hmm.
So it was challenging to say the least.
Yeah.
But at the same time, with what we offer, the timing was good.
Yeah.
Because a lot of businesses had to transfer from doing, face-to-face interactions to now they have to do it digitally.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's what we do is digital marketing. So it was easy, but it wasn't easy, if that makes sense.
No, I got you. But before we get too deep into it, let's go back to the beginning. So you're from Wendell.
Yep.
Then you went to college right out of high school, or did
No,
you?
I didn't.
So
I
that
went to
was-
the military, actually, out of
Okay.
high school. So yeah, I went to the Army. Started with the 82nd Airborne.
Mhm.
I was an infantry paratrooper.
There you go.
So
wow.
yeah,
Thank
Well,
you,
yeah,
sir.
yeah, thanks for the
I
service.
was there for. I was only in for 2 years, which we can get into that story of why I was only there for 2 years in a little bit.
Yeah.
But I did one tour in Iraq.
Mm-hmm.
Jumped out of airplanes. No, had a good time.
How
Drank
was
a lot,
that?
Drank a lot of beer.
There you go.
Like a lot.
I would have too.
Yeah, drank a lot. What, jumping out of airplanes?
Yeah.
So when you're airborne, we didn't jump from like 30,000 feet.
Right.
Yeah.
We jumped from like 800 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just
Yeah, like I can
Shoots
look
out
down
immediately.
and I can see that there's people like on the ground. Like,
Yeah.
that's how close we're. Like treetop level almost is what we were jumping at. So
It's
a
like
sta-
you jump out and the thing opens immediately.
yeah, so it's called a static line jump.
Yeah.
Is what it's called. So you carry it in your hand and then you hand it to the jump master and then you just turn and jump and count the 4. It's literally what you do. You count the 4.
Yeah.
And if the chute isn't open by the time you get to 4, you pull your reserve.
Yeah.
wow.
How hard do you hit the ground?
So some people drop like lawn darts, and some people fall like feathers.
Wow.
I was the unfortunate one. I fell like a lawn dart.
Okay.
So when I would hit, it hurt. Like
Yeah.
I actually broke my ribs jumping one time.
Oh shit! Your
Damn.
ribs?
Yeah, I broke
What?
3 ribs on my left side from a jump. So it was a night jump. It was my first jump ever in the 82nd Airborne.
Mm-hmm.
And your first jump in the 82nd, it's called a Hollywood jump. So
Mhm.
you're not allowed to jump with any gear. But I had to have my night vision goggles on.
Yeah.
Well, obviously I'm not going to put them on my helmet
Yeah.
when I'm jumping out of an aircraft,
Right.
right? So I had to put them somewhere. So they told me to put them in my little like pouch that was right here
Mhm.
on my left hand side. Well, I knew better than that because for some reason I always landed on my left side.
Yeah.
Always. I never landed on my right side or my back or what. It was always left side. So we're coming down in the airfield that we were dropping into. Had a lot of tree stumps in it,
Oh,
like a lot.
shit.
So when
Yikes.
I hit the ground, I hit on my left side on a tree stump, and the nods like jammed into my ribs and broke 3 ribs on my left hand side.
Oh,
Fuck that, dude.
First jump ever in the 82nd. Not my first jump ever, but my first jump with my unit. Yeah.
So like, what is it like the tuck and roll kind of deal when you land?
Yeah. So airborne school basically teaches you how to fall.
Yeah.
I mean, that's literally all it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of the easier schools in the military.
Mm-hmm.
Not to take anything away from it, because you still got to jump out of a plane. Like there is,
Yeah.
you still got to have some balls to do it.
Yeah.
But I mean, you just learn how to fall properly.
Yeah.
That's all. It's to try not to get hurt.
Yeah.
That's literally all.
That's
it is.
shitty. The stumps.
Oh, that's not the only time I ever got injured while jumping.
I don't doubt it at
My
all. It's-
second jump ever in airborne school. So your static line is supposed to go on the outside of your arm, and then it kind of goes to your back like that, right?
Yeah.
Well, mine, as I was about to jump, was too loose, and I dropped my hand, and it wrapped around me right here as I was going out the door. And when I went to go jump out, thankfully, I saw it at the last second, and they teach you if that happens to just throw your arm up in the air.
Uh-huh.
Well, I did, and about the time I got there, it caught, and it actually ripped my right bicep out of place.
oh my
Fuck,
God.
man.
Yeah,
How long did that take to recover?
it took a while. I didn't tell anybody I was hurt because I didn't want to recycle. Have to
you-
do it again.
Yeah, you want to finish.
So I
it.
was like, dude, I only got 2 more jumps. Just tough it out.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I did. But from there forward, I made sure I was jumping out with my left hand, handing the static line to him, not my right hand, because I didn't want to move my right arm a whole lot.
Damn. I mean,
Damn.
So yeah, it was interesting. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Right? Like it was
Yeah.
a whole lot of fun.
Yeah.
Wouldn't trade it for any. I'd go back and do it again.
Mm-hmm.
But it was got injured a lot. That's probably why I drank a lot of beer.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
What kind of beer did they have in Iraq?
Oh, we couldn't get it.
I was about to say, y'all did.
I couldn't get it
Oh,
in
just
Iraq.
here?
There wasn't no drinking.
No, I couldn't get it in Iraq.
Ah, there's nothing in Iraq. For
There's
everyone out
nothing there.
Yeah. Heard
There's
that.
nothing
there. A lot of
there.
sand.
Yeah.
So so you got in? When did you get deployed over there?
Christmas of 2008 is
Yeah.
when I was there. That time frame. So we got there at the beginning of December, and so yeah,
Gotcha, man.
I wasn't there long because I got injured while I was there.
Well, you got to kind of say.
So-
Well, you don't have to say how you got injured, but you could,
No, it's fine. I mean, yeah,
It explains the
Nubs,
name.
It explains the name of NUBS Media, though, right? So I mean, it's part of the story of the company.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I can tell the story. It doesn't bother me. I don't care.
Well, if you want to, we're all
Yeah.
ears.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not gonna give all the details.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
give a majority of them.
Whatever you want.
Yeah.
So we were on. It's called an SUJ, right? So I still don't know what SUJ stands for to this day.
I was about to
I
ask.
still don't know what it stands for.
That was gonna be my question.
But yeah, I still don't know what it stands for, but they said it was SUJ, right? So I was like,
Yeah.
all right, cool, not a problem. Like, let's go. Well, when we landed there, we were on a Chinook coming in from Baghdad International Airport, which is called Bayap, in case I say that so you know what I'm talking about. So we're coming in from Bayap, and as we're landing, I'm looking out of the back of the Chinook, and I see tracer rounds going past the back of the Chinook, and I'm like, oh, shit. Like, it just got real.
Yeah.
Like, there's actually live rounds being fired, and they're like, get off! And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
This is dumb. Why would I see rounds being fired?
Yeah.
Fortunately, none of us got shot. So we go inside. But 2 nights after we actually got to where we were going, I was chilling in the room, and a blasting cap came rolling into the room. Now, as a young private, I didn't know what a blasting cap was. I had no idea. I just saw this little thing. It was like, I don't know, it was like a cylinder. It's about that long. It's really, really small. And then it had like a little like circle on the top of it. It was about that big, right? And I just looked down at it, and first thing that pops in my mind is I'm like, oh, God, I got to get this thing out of here, right? So, like on Call of Duty where you try to hit RB? Yeah, that's what I tried to do. Doesn't work in real life, right? That's not how this works, right?
Pick it up and throw it, yeah.
So what I didn't know is that they are actually set off by electrical charge. So they are actually inside of the grenade. So when you pull the pin and then you let go, that's the electrical charge that sets it off, and 5 seconds later it blows up.
Yeah.
Well, I don't do that stuff.
Yeah.
So I didn't know. I just know it works. So I went to go pick it up, and when I did, apparently that was the electrical charge that it needed from my body.
Ooh.
And as soon as I picked it up, it blew up.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Yeah, so it blew up. I had shrapnel go all up the right side of my body. I mean, I had it all in my face and my arm, everywhere.
Fuck, bro.
Yeah, so that's what happened.
Yeah.
That's how all that went down.
That's some real shit.
Yeah, that's how all that went down.
Damn. So you got what, honorably discharged or medically discharged?
Yeah, I got medically discharged a year and a half later. So that's why I was only in for 2.5 years.
Yeah.
So I joined
how long were you in Iraq before that happened?
about a month.
Damn.
I wasn't there long. Yeah.
Quick trip.
Yeah, I wasn't there very long at all. Yep. So I actually got injured on Christmas Eve night, called my parents on Christmas Day, and told them that I would be home for New Year's.
Uh-oh.
Damn.
Yeah, so that was not a fun conversation.
Well, hey, bro. But
at least you're alive.
I'm alive,
You were
right?
making the conversation.
Yeah, at least you got to call them and not someone else.
Yeah, so it was good, and I mean, again, man, I wouldn't change it for anything.
Oh,
right?
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if I had to go back and do
You
it all
still
over
keep
again,
up with the buddies you wrote?
there's a few of them.
Yeah.
Sadly, I've lost some of my good friends that I had when I was into suicide.
Man.
So I mean, yeah, that's
Yeah. No, I got
so some of that has happened. But once I came home, it was you didn't really have a lot of contact with those guys afterwards. They're deployed. You're home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At that point, from what I was told from the military, it's like your job is to get well.
Yeah.
Like that's your job, right? So I was like, all right, it is what it is, man.
Yeah. So then you got out and you went to Liberty?
Yeah. So I got no. So I got out and I wanted to keep doing something that had to do with militaristic,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because that's what I have been in for the past 2.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go be a cop. So I actually got a job with Raleigh Police Department.
Mm-hmm.
So I was actually an RPD officer for a short period of time. Did that for a little bit, and then it's just something just didn't set over right with me. Like I just wasn't what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I got this GI Bill. I can go to school for free.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well just do that, right?
Yeah.
Like I got 4 years to figure it out. At the time, I was still only 22.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I'm young enough. I have time. Like not married, don't have a girlfriend. I don't have anything holding me to North Carolina. Just go to school.
Mm-hmm.
So
Those GI Bills, I think, are one of the best things that the government and the military has instituted for you guys, right? Like,
yeah. So the thing is we have to pay into it for our first year in the military. So $100 from every paycheck that we get for the first year goes into it.
Do you have to sign up for that?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, I
you
was about
do.
to say, like-
I mean, now
is there any
obviously-
opting out? Like, can you opt out of that?
Now that I don't know. They were like, "Hey, you get the GI Bills." Like, all right, great, and just signed it. I mean, dude, I was 19 years old when I signed up.
Yeah,
I was signing whatever they told me to. They could have told me that I'm doing this for free, and I wouldn't have found out till I didn't get paid.
Right. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, you pay into that for a year. It's It's either $100 a month or $100 per paycheck. I can't remember which one it is. But even so,
worth it.
it's $2,400 maximum,
Yeah.
and you get a free college
For
education.
fucking college.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's, that's a hell of a
Yeah,
deal.
I'll
Incredible.
take that all day long.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't,
Right?
can't beat that
Yeah.
deal.
So yeah, I went to school up there at Liberty University.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoyed it. I started off as a ministry major.
Really? Wow.
Started off as a ministry major. Mm-hmm. And then I did an internship as a minister.
Dang.
How did that go?
I changed my
Changed
my
pretty
major
quickly,
right
huh?
afterwards.
I heard that.
And I mean, it's nothing against the church or anything like that. I mean, like my wife and I are still very active in our church. We take our kids there. Yeah. We have, my faith is my faith, right? But just for me, a pastor once told me, he goes, for every one pastor that's called to be a pastor, there's 2 that are called not to be a pastor. There's 2 that are not. And I didn't want to be one of those 2.
Yeah, that's honorable.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I realized that after that internship, I was like, this isn't what I want to do for there, because church turned into a job, not somewhere I actually wanted to go.
Yeah.
And I didn't want it to be that way.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
what you mean.
you don't
Yeah,
wanna-
the
you know what
I'm
the difference of it.
They didn't want to
Yeah.
spoil that relationship with the church and all.
Exactly. Yeah. I didn't want to spoil that relationship. So, came back, changed my major, all that good stuff, and then actually ended up with a sports marketing major. That's actually what my degree's in.
That's awesome.
I could see you
Yep.
being a sports agent.
Yeah. Well, so I actually applied to law school and got in.
Okay.
Oh shit, where at?
Yeah, Liberty University.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I got accepted to their law school, and I was like, oh, dude, this is what I'm going to do. This is it. And then I couldn't get a graduate assistant position.
Damn.
So, which I understood, you come in, you take what they have. And, if you're a law student and you had one the year before, you still have that same position. So I was like, all right, well, not doing this.
Yeah.
And then me and my wife got married shortly after that.
Did you meet her
Did
there?
she go to Liberty?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, we didn't go at the same time.
But I was wondering how you met her since you weren't from here, and I was like, how did that happen?
Yeah. So you actually know my wife.
Yeah.
Before I ever knew her.
Dude, I was in a lot of classes with her.
Yeah, because y'all went to high school together.
Yeah, bro.
Oh wait, who is it?
Alex Townsend.
Alex Townsend is what you would know her as.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my wife, Alex Richardson.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought I told you that.
Wait a minute.
I thought I told you that.
She hung
bro.
out with Rachel and Allison and
Do I need to pull the picture?
and Danielle.
Yeah. Can you real
Yeah,
quick?
Here, dude, I'll just show you a picture. I got a picture of her on
I'm
my
sure,
phone.
yeah, I'm about to say.
I'm not gonna show you that one. Hold on a second. I'm just kidding. I love you,
He's
babe.
kidding.
I love you, babe.
yeah, because she'll listen to this
Yeah.
here. Well, that's cool, man.
She did say she was gonna listen.
Yeah, well, she better if your husband's on her.
Yeah, that's my wife.
This is the craziest thing ever. So
Yeah.
she drove an old Impala, right?
She did.
Mm-hmm.
She worked
Yes.
at Moe's. I was her manager at Moe's.
Get the heck out of
I
here! You
swear to
serious?
God,
No
yeah.
way.
I was like, Alex, this is ringing a huge bell.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and she drove an old Impala.
Yeah, was
It
she ever
like a
late for work because she had a fender bender? I guarantee
God,
you she
can't-
was.
Dude, I was there for
Guarantee
9
she was.
years. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's where me and her met. Was at Liberty. Cause so
Okay,
she
cool.
graduated spring of 2011. I started fall of 2011. So we never actually crossed paths on campus.
Huh.
But we went to the same gym off campus,
Oh, yeah.
and that's where we ended up meeting. And she was a teacher at Heritage High School up there, and we just struck up a relationship, and that was
There
that.
it is.
Yeah, we've been
Excellent.
together for 7 years. We'll be married for 6 in November.
This is the smallest world.
It is.
I can't believe that.
Yeah. So what y'all you just came back to Wilmington or came to Wilmington after that?
Yeah, so we knew we didn't want to stay in Virginia. Like
Yeah.
we knew that, and especially after there was 24 inches of snow overnight,
Mm-hmm.
me and her were like, we got to get out of here.
Yeah.
This place just sucks. It's just the
Dude,
winters are ridiculous.
That's how I felt about Blacksburg, man. I mean,
Yeah.
so I did freshman and sophomore year there. I left because it's expensive as shit
I'm sure.
and came home here.
Yeah.
But the winters were brutal.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
cold.
brutal.
It's cold.
And it's so windy.
Walk to class in the middle of that, and it's miserable.
It's miserable, dude.
Yeah.
It's below zero with
Yep.
the wind chill.
Yep.
But the summers are gorgeous. Like,
Yeah,
I
because
love
it's
it.
only like 80 degrees.
That's why everyone loved doing summer school there.
Yep.
Because you could go to the river and the weather was perfect. But
Yep.
God, dude, fuck the winters.
Oh, yeah, they're terrible.
Terrible.
Awful.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were like, okay, we know we want to move back to North Carolina. We know
Yeah.
because we want to be close to family. So my family's still in Wendell, right outside of Raleigh. Her family was still here in Wilmington. So we were like, okay, how do we choose? Because we both want to go back to our hometown because that's where we want to raise our kids. So we said, okay, the easiest way to do it, we put in job applications in both locations. Whoever gets a job first, wherever they get a job, that's where we go.
What a great way. That's such a good way to
That's
do
the only way to do it and make it fair,
it. Yeah.
right? Like that's it. Because then no one's feelings are hurt and you're going
Yeah.
where you know you have a job.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it oddly worked out this way. She put in a job for a job in Garner, North Carolina, which is right outside of where I grew up in Raleigh.
Mm-hmm.
And I put in for a job application in Wilmington.
Mm.
So it was weird because we didn't plan that. It's just how it ended up working. So
Yeah.
she had a job interview, and they called her back for a second one. So then she went back for a second interview, and they said, okay, we'll call and let you know. And they never called her back, like ever. Still to this day, she still hasn't got a phone call back. And it's been like 5 years.
Wow.
Right. And then I came down here because I was a car salesman at the time. So I put in for a job here in Wilmington. They offered me the job on the spot.
Yeah.
I said, all right, guess we're moving to Wilmington.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. So that's what we did.
So
What
you
a
started.
story.
So you started off in car sales. Is that what you're saying? Like you're.
Here.
So I've been in sales ever since I got out of the military.
Mm-hmm.
So I was a personal trainer for a little bit. Might as well be sales,
Yeah.
right? And then I sold cell phones at Verizon,
Mm-hmm.
and then I sold cars, and then I transferred over to real estate.
Yeah.
So I've sold on all different levels.
Damn.
Yeah,
And now you took the leap for your own business.
yeah. And then I did my own thing.
All right. So now
Yeah.
that gets us to NUBS Media.
Yeah.
So first off, you don't. How did you become a videographer? Not everybody just does that.
Through lying.
Okay.
I lied my way into it.
There you
If you want pure honesty.
I love that.
I like that.
So I was working for my buddy Justin Woodruff, who at the time owned a roofing company
Mhm.
in Raleigh. He still does. It's just not the same one. So it's whatever. I'm not getting into all that bull crap. But I was selling roofs with him just to try to make a little bit of extra cash because Hurricane Florence had literally just came through.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, look, I can't sell real estate right now because no one's buying a house because everything just got ruined.
Yeah.
Right. You know, so I was like, well, I have to make money because Alex was pregnant with Elise, our first child
Mm-hmm.
at the time. So I was like, I have to do something.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, yeah, man, just come sell for us. I hated that job. I hated selling roofs. Like I'd wake up in the morning and be like, I'm going to be hot as hell today and
Yeah.
I might get paid.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that's kind of how
That's a tough feeling.
I just hated it. I didn't want to go walk on a steep roof,
Mm-hmm.
run the risk of falling off of it, which is ironic because now I film on them.
Yeah.
But so one day I just called Justin. I said, dude, I can't do this anymore, man. But I love working for you. You know, he paid me on time. I had good benefits.
Mhm.
You know, it didn't require a crap ton of my time. You know what I mean? And I enjoyed it. He goes, well, hey, you know how to fly a drone? Sure. I can do that.
Yeah.
Never flown a drone in my life.
Yeah.
Just lied to him. Told him I
Yeah.
knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know how to edit videos? Sure, I can do that. Had no clue what programs I could use. Like, no idea. So he goes, all right, you can go be my videographer then. Sounds good. When do I start?
Yeah.
Drove up to Raleigh because that's where they were based out of. Got the drone, came back here, filmed my first video all with the drone. It was awful.
Mm-hmm.
But at the time, being naive, we were like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the greatest video we've ever made.
Yep.
Right? And it just kind of morphed into just adding more and more to that because the more I did it, the more I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is awesome. It's not the same thing every day. I can get
Yeah.
as creative as I want to get, and do whatever I want to do.
Yep.
I make this video as long or as short as I want to. I get to choose the music, you know, and
Yeah.
it was a new challenge that I just loved.
Yeah.
And, you know, 2.5, 3 years later, here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. I feel the same way, like especially about this in the podcast, right? Like we had no clue what we were doing starting out.
Mhm.
I mean, we had these USB mics that weren't compatible together. I had to bootleg it together. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And now, to me, like the back end of it, and editing the clips and doing the recording and everything, like I would love nothing more than a $3,000-$4,000 camera and you know a nice program, right? Because I have like Movavi. It's like $50. But it doesn't matter. Even still, I was recording, you know, streaming a lot of FIFA, right? Playing
Yeah.
video games or whatever,
Yeah.
and putting together like highlight tapes, basically, of goals.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I was like, man, this is fun.
Yeah.
Like you can, like you said, the music, and you can choose how you want things to go, and the cutting, and now I watch people's videos that they make, and I'm like, damn, that was creative how they
Yeah.
did that. Like I'm gonna steal that because
Yeah.
it's just it's nonstop learning, and it's electronics, which I love.
Yeah. I mean,
Obviously, with the 5 fucking screens in here.
I was fixing to say, yeah, my man's got screens galore up in here, dude.
So
It's
crazy.
cool though because like well, most people don't know like in terms of you pick up a camera, especially at, like the nice one like you got, or an editing software program. It's a different language.
It is.
All kinds of words you've never heard before, and then
Mhm.
like you have to look up online like, well, this function does this. I mean, it's a nonstop because Because it's crazy. Like, I met you I saw Alex posting shit about you doing some marketing stuff, and I was like, because I needed an editor to help finish my show.
Yeah.
And then I just messaged her, and she's like, yeah, here's Tommy's number, and you were like, yeah, man, come on by.
That's how you all met.
Yep, that's how we met.
And then
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he helped me finish
editing adults.
Yeah, and so I had to get all that right.
Yeah.
And I got that right because of him. And then he just kept in contact with me because I was like, speaking.
I never knew he was the one that did that.
Adults got into a film festival today, by the way.
No
Are you
way.
kidding me?
Good stuff,
What,
man.
are you just going to tell us?
I just
That's
forgot.
awesome.
I forgot because it was
Forgot.
How do you forget
He
that?
just forgets that.
Come on, man.
because,
That's
dude,
awesome.
I had to go shovel shit all morning.
That's
You know what I
awesome,
mean?
dude.
Dude, no way. Which one?
It's actually it's called God, it's like First Time Filmmakers Festival or some
Oh,
shit.
cool, yeah.
That's great,
But
dude.
they're not doing it. It's because of COVID that they're doing it like online. But
Okay.
regardless, I was like, I got an email this morning. I was like, what the fuck? I applied for this like
Last year.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was kind of neat.
That's
so I
awesome,
figured
man.
I'd drop that.
Well,
on
congrats.
Good
I mean,
stuff.
yeah.
I just
Congratulations.
totally forgot. But anyway, so
great.
there's that. That's a good day.
Cool,
Good
yeah.
Friday.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, man. So, but like I was saying, dude, so Tommy helped me out, got all that squared away, and he helped me with he was the one who got me the Artlist program with the music you can use. 'Cause our intro song.
Our intro is from that.
Because when I called you that day and said, "Yo, man, you mind if I get your password?"
I don't care.
And you didn't care, and our little intro song is from that.
There you
So
go.
Funny story, real quick. Our intro song is the first one he listened to,
Really?
and probably listened to. What did you say?
I
400
spent
of
about
them?
3 or 4 hours after that first song, and then I went all the way back and said that one was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
Dude,
We bought it the
you
next
know
day.
what the hardest part of putting a video together is?
Yeah.
Picking the song.
Oh yeah.
That is the hardest part. For me, anyways. For other people, it may be easy. For me, it is so hard
Bro,
to pick the right
such a big
song.
Do you have to use that website,
I
or
use
can
it.
you use
Well,
any
he-
song you want?
You use multiple,
Yeah, so I use
but no, you
story blocks.
you can't have copyright. It's the same.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to use anything that's copyrighted.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten in trouble for that, but we've been asked to take stuff down because of copyright laws.
Yeah.
Learned that one the hard way a few times.
It happens.
But yeah, I use Artlist, I use story blocks, and if I can't find anything between them, I'll just go to YouTube and type in like non-copyright hip hop music.
Yeah, because
or
you told me a few sites because like when we were editing my things, I had my shit because I had it all together just to be able to premiere it. So I just put in copyrighted songs. So I was going to premiere it, show everybody in town that worked on it, did it. COVID hit, fucked it all. Then I came to you and you were like, dude, here's all this, music you're allowed to use. And I was like,
thousands and thousands of
and
songs.
dude, and you showed me a couple of websites too, and I remember going through those websites because I think I used 3 off the websites and then 4 off of your thing.
Yeah.
Because that's what I had to because we ran into a hassle trying to get it downloaded at your place.
Oh my god.
That pissed me off. But anyway, we got that done. But it's just insane. But to me that's my favorite thing is picking the music because it's like that's what makes it
Yeah.
right.
You know what's funny? I go back. I actually watched Adults the other day again
You did?
on YouTube
Hell yeah! Thanks.
because Amanda, my
Yeah.
sister, who also works with us, she was like, "Is his stuff like up?" I was like, "Yeah, it's right here on YouTube, dude." I went back and I was listening to it, and I was listening because I know what parts I edited and what parts I didn't.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm going back in there listening to it, like the text message scene.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like so hypercritical of that now.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at it like I should have done it
because that was a year and a half
completely different
ago.
way.
But hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, but in my mind, I'm like, God, if I had the program I had now,
Yeah.
this would look so much better.
Yeah.
Like so much better.
I thought it was still good. The only thing we did to it
Yeah.
was we dropped the title "Adults." Like,
Yep.
Right when the song ends, when he's driving down the street.
Yeah.
Where it
we
just
added
spells
that
it out
in.
Yeah,
ADUL.
he dropped that in there.
Yeah, I dropped that in on my little cheap software. I was like,
I forgot why we. Oh, it's because we were going to.
well, I
So
had
our
never,
audience is called the Rounders, so we were
Gotcha.
going to premiere it for the Rounders.
yeah, which we did,
Yeah.
and like, I had never seen it
Yeah.
until about a week before we did the premiere,
Yeah.
and we sat right here and watched it, and I was like, bro, why doesn't the title of Adults like drop down right here? Like that should be where it is.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, damn, you're right. I'm like, well, hold on. And I ripped it, threw it in there,
Yeah,
added
Had to
it,
do all that and then re-upload
and
it.
it worked.
Oh, and if you're just tuning in, a new listener, I have a show out there called Adults. If you go on our YouTube page, scroll down a ways. We need to put it on a separate.
I'm going to put it on a separate playlist.
Yeah.
So for me, I just searched for James Rackley Adults.
There you
And
go.
And that's how I found it
so
the
look,
other day.
you can watch for free. It's 22 minutes of comedy.
Yeah.
All sorts of comedy. So Check it out.
Well, I didn't know you were the one that did that, but I thought it came out great. So
Well, good. I appreciate it.
good stuff.
Yeah, so that's the first time I've worked on something that was
Yeah.
over like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
The majority of what I do is less than that.
Yeah, it was Craig, Tommy, and then I had Fat Pat master it.
How's he doing?
I told you he looks great.
That's
He's
awesome.
not nearly like I couldn't even really call him Fat Pat anymore, but he has a real long ponytail, so I can still call him Fat Pat because he's. I mean, he's not like super skitty, but it's like we had to. This dude used to master and mix our music back in the day
Gotcha.
He was good at it too.
because I just needed somebody to flatten it, master it.
Yeah.
You know, and he did. Oh, that's why it sounds. I mean, perfect because when I first had it, you know, as you play it on the TV and the subwoofer's going like, with every vocal.
Yeah.
And so that mastering goes in there and just.
Yeah, just
smooths it.
flattens it all out.
Yeah, so he used to do that 'cause when we played songs on the radio, and like we'd go in there and bro, you want to talk about cutting the air with a knife? Like his mom smoked probably 6 packs a day, bro. And we walked in
Never
there,
not had a cigarette in her mouth.
dog,
Really?
that and a McDonald's cup right beside that shit.
So
and I was
gross.
like, bro, this is gnarly. I mean,
It smelled so bad in there.
dude, but now
I'm sure.
dude, but his office now is like I don't know if his mom's
I
alive.
feel you.
You want
I
one?
got it in my back pocket. I'm good.
Yeah.
I got it in my back pocket.
But anyway, so yeah, I do appreciate that. But
Yeah.
But Tommy does you do the drone,
Yep.
which is sick because you put on those goggles and you're like,
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me about that.
yeah,
Yeah. So I bought a new drone because I wrecked mine
there you go.
Oh,
couple,
man.
about 2 months ago? Well, okay, so I didn't really wreck it. It just kind of fell out of the sky. It just like quit working.
Ooh,
Damn.
It was 400 feet up in the air. I'm not going to say where it was because I don't want to get in trouble.
yeah.
But it was 400 feet in the air, and the screen just went black, and it just fell from the sky.
You get a warranty on it?
No, because it was more than I'd had it for 2 years at the time, so the warranty was gone. But I've been thinking about upgrading to a new one anyway, so I was like,
That's
well,
a good excuse.
now's a good excuse to go do that.
How high does that one you go? You got?
Legally 400 feet.
I mean, beyond that,
I can get it to 1,600 feet.
that's insane.
You have to have your FA license or something? Or
I
what-
do have that.
You do? Okay, so you can do that.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But I
I
just
I bet there's a lot that goes into that. Oh.
dude, that test is hard. I
Was it?
failed it the first time.
Hmm.
I actually failed it. There's a 78% fail rate the first time you take it. Because
Damn.
it's like a pilot test. Like you have to know like the different clouds in the sky.
Yeah.
You have to know oh god, what are some other stupid things that I needed to know? Like
Did you like the lights on the planes and helicopter? Well, the lights.
yeah,
in there?
like like the easy ones are like you're not allowed to fly it within 3 miles of an airport. That's super simple, right? Like you're not allowed to. You have to stay 400 feet under the clouds, or 400 feet away from a cloud. Like those are all the rules and all that good stuff. So that type of stuff is easy, but like knowing the weather patterns. You have to know, like, you might as well be a meteorologist after
Really?
this.
So
yeah, like, you have to know all those things.
For a drone? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, and I mean, I actually, now that I have the license, I appreciate it because can't just anybody go get that. Like, you have to study, you have to take your time. Like, dude, I studied
Yeah.
for 3-4 weeks for this test. This is 150-question test.
Yeah.
Multiple
And-
choice or no?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
But it's still, I still failed it. the
Well, yeah,
first
I mean,
time.
I have failed multiple choice too.
So, I mean, it was $150 to take it the first time, $150 to take it the second time. I passed it by one question the second time. I was like, doesn't matter. I passed. C's get degrees.
C's get degrees. That's right.
C's get
Damn
degrees, right?
dude.
Yeah. Oh, it's a pass
So-
fail. Perfect.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It's pass fail.
Yeah.
You either pass or you don't. But to answer your question with the drone stuff, so yeah, I wrecked that one, and so I was like, screw it, I'm going to Best Buy because I walked out of my drones in 4 pieces.
Yikes.
Yeah, it was bad, right? So I go out to Best Buy, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go get the new DJI FPV drone, which is first person vision, right? So it's the goggles, and it's like bird's eye view.
Oh, so you're
type of
not
thing.
looking at like the screen. You're just
Yeah, I actually
sitting-
have the
yeah.
goggles on, and you can
You
see
become
it.
the drone.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you are one with the drone.
Yeah.
Right. But what's really cool is that on your typical drone, if I turn it, there's a gimbal on it that keeps it stabilized, right? So if I
Okay.
turn it this way, the gimbal balances out this way, so that way you can't see it. Well, on this, it only balances up and down that side to side. So when I turn, the camera turns with me. So you get this type of view right here on it, and it's actually pretty sick.
Which is like a
it's-
legit like bird's eye pilot view.
yeah. I'll show you. Actually, the video that I showed you at the very end where I was
Yeah.
going over the highway, that was with the FPV where it was curving around like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a 6-shot. The only downside to that is my range is not very, very wide. So I can't just put it up there and fly it like I would a normal drone. Again, I almost learned that one the hard way again.
Tell them how fast the thing goes.
90 miles per hour.
Shut up.
Dude, that shit still
All
blows
right,
me away.
I'll
Every
tell you
time I
what
hear
blows
it.
me away
Yeah.
is the drone racing league. Have you watched
It's too big to be racing league.
Well, for sure, but like,
But, I mean-
they are flying
Yeah.
through like empty malls.
Yeah. So it's indestructible too, because I've actually hit a tree with it already, and it just hit it and went and just kept flying.
Well, that's
Wait, it
nice.
didn't fall.
Yeah, didn't fall at all. Like it rebalanced itself out and just kept going.
Holy smokes!
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Tommy's aspiration here with this drone. There's a sick ass drone bowling video of this dude.
Oh god, dude!
This-
If you haven't seen it, you need to watch
It's
it.
everybody. Yes, you should watch it. And it's literally this dude that flies a drone. He starts outside, goes into a little small bowling alley. They're talking like 6 lanes, right?
Yeah.
He goes in there and he flies. Obviously, he choreographed the whole thing, and then beside the bowling alley, there's a bar connected to it. And he goes in there and people are eating. People are cheering as it goes by. But it is so
Sick.
well done, and it's all one take. It's all just that's how he had to do it 1,000 times, but it was choreographed. Everything
He
had to
did the
map it
sound
out.
effects over top of it, of
Dude,
the
it
balls
was-
hitting everything. Like,
was perfect,
perfect
dude.
timing. The people talking, like, "Oh man, this bar's the shit!" As
Yeah.
he's flying past them.
Dude, it's
It's-
fucking nuts.
That's awesome.
And
It is
that-
amazing.
That's where he's gonna be.
That's where I'm trying to get to with that drone.
That sounds like the best of the best.
I mean, it's
It
all,
is, 'cause
so that guy
yeah, that's what I said.
actually got hired to film the next Avengers movie off of that video.
Yeah,
Well,
Yeah,
but it's that if you see it,
yeah. I mean,
You'll
if you
understand
put out
why.
you put out
Yeah.
a body of work like that, like
yeah, it's that good. I mean,
it's got to have over 20 million views on
Because,
it. by
dude,
the time
it's-
it's on
yeah,
YouTube.
you just get entranced in it. You're just you don't know where it's gonna go
I've
next.
probably seen it.
It's
I don't
four.
know. I
It's
don't know.
4 minutes long,
Yeah,
but it feels like it's 30 seconds
Yeah.
because it's so well done.
yeah.
I wonder how he felt like after he, like that
Oh,
take.
when he
He was
nailed it.
probably like, I did it. I did it. I did it.
I'll tell you what he did. He walked right in that bar he was filming in. It just got shit out. That's what I would have done. I mean, that was difficult, bro.
I want to
I-
say he said it took him 10 times to get it right.
Only 10.
Only 10.
See that shot.
This
that,
guy, he knows
no,
what
no,
he's
no,
doing.
but that is called preparation.
Oh yeah.
He prepped it hard. You don't do it just 10 times. If y'all see this thing, you understand what I mean. You don't.
Yeah.
Like, he probably flew
Oh, he
it
had
100
actors
times.
in there. Like
Yeah, yeah.
it was all staged.
But
it was just
it
so
was,
well
It was
done.
so well done, man. And I was like, dude. And
I can't wait.
I
I'm
looked
gonna
at
watch it as
Tommy.
soon
I'm
as we're
like,
done.
dude, that's got to be you, bro. You need to
Yeah.
get the hell.
Well,
on
and he
this.
showed the drone that he flew with. So that thing is about that thick,
Yeah.
and it's about that big. Like that's it. That's how big it is.
What kind
Okay,
of
for
cameras?
everybody at home, that's about the size of a little CD.
Yeah, it's
like,
probably 2 CDs big,
There you go.
and probably about 2-3 inches thick.
Yeah.
Is what it is. Like it's super small, but what you can do is you can get drones like that and build them out the way that you want them built. Like you can actually assemble them
I
the way
didn't
that
know
you
that.
want
Like
them
an
to.
AR?
Yeah, kind of like an AR.
Yeah.
Right? Like you can do whatever you want to do to it. You just get the actual body of it,
That's
right?
cool.
With the camera and all that good stuff on it.
Yeah.
And then you can just add to it and take away whenever you want to. Now, the kind of camera that he did an interview, I can't remember what he said, but I mean, it was a high quality camera.
It's
that
high
he used.
quality, but he definitely had layers on the editing program over top
Oh
of
my
it. I mean, he
God.
layered it with, like, when I mean layers, like color correction, all
Oh,
this.
yeah.
He made it real kind of like,
Homey.
yeah, like a dreamy kind of homey,
Yeah.
retro-ish. I don't know. It's just wild. We'll put the link. We'll find it for you.
Yeah.
So y'all can see
So
it.
the guy said in his interview that was a bowling alley that his dad used to go to when he was in high school. And he wanted to do a video for them to put them back on the map because they had been struggling.
Shit.
And that's what he came up with.
Well, that probably
Wow.
did it right there.
Yeah, I think that.
Yeah, so I was like, man, that's pretty legit. I don't know if you got paid for that or not, but if you didn't,
Well, he booked the $30,000 deal with
Yeah, I think it
Avengers
speaks,
or whatever.
speaks for itself. Help,
Yeah,
help the
no,
hometown
dude.
bowling alley out
30
and
a
then
day or
and
something.
then get paid.
yeah, that Joker's getting
But
paid.
dude, so you do the drones, you do the videography, obviously editing. So how the hell? I mean, how'd you get into the Google stuff?
All right, so from Google marketing standpoint, I knew I needed it, and I know how to do it, and I know the importance of it. I just didn't have time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I mean, dude, we're booked out probably 13 days out of the month for filming right now.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, so I don't have time to go film, come back, edit freaking 40 videos a month, and then still do all the Google and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So my buddy John, I've known John since my sophomore year in college, and he used to do all the production for Liberty University. So
Okay.
he knows how to edit. He knows how to do all that stuff. But this sugar's a freaking genius when it comes to Google. He is so smart.
Yeah, dude. I call him the Googler.
He is.
He's the Googler.
He's the Googler. And so I called him up one day, and I was like, hey, man, I'm thinking about adding Google to the company. Would you be interested to come work for us? I'll pay you per account that you work on until we can get you to a salary. He was like, yeah, sounds good. Let's do it. I don't think he took me very seriously. 2 days later, I called him. I said, all right, here's your first account. Get to work. He was like, are you serious? I said, I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
Get to work. Let's go.
Yeah.
And from that day forward, it's been like just adding on, just constantly.
Yeah.
Just been adding on to it. So, but how I got into it, I don't really have a good answer for that because I don't know. I just started like messing with it.
That's good enough. I mean, that's the honest truth.
So does he handle like all the analytics?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude.
He does the search engine optimization. He does the ads, the local services. He does the websites. He does everything.
So if anyone out there has seen the movie The Internship with with Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson,
Yeah.
they go and intern at Google, right? And the last scene, they're at the pizza joint, and they show the guy like they can search and you pop up here and here. And I'm assuming that's basically what this guy does.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. And if you haven't seen The Internship, do it.
Oh, dude, it's freaking
There are
hilarious.
so
Hilarious.
many one-liners in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
It's great.
It's
Well, it's
insane.
Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn. There's gonna be one-liners for sure.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
But it's
dude,
it's their next. I think it's their second best one behind Wedding Crashers.
Here's a little treat for you guys, a little cult classic for you. That Owen Wilson and his brother. God, what's his brother's name?
Oh,
God, I'm blanking right
Luke.
now. Luke. All right, so they did it. Their first movie was called Bottle Rockets. Okay, Bottle Rockets. All right, so they made a short together about about that film before it got took on, and then I forgot who paid him to do it, but that was their first film. But dude, his personality, Owen, it's always been this like positive, like go get it, because even in that one, they're criminals in this movie. They just want to be like a big time like robbers. Like they want to like work
in Bottle Rockets.
Yeah, they want to work for this dude, James Caan, that steals shit, right? And he's like a legend. They're like, yeah, we could do it. And they're just trying to figure out their lives. But the whole time, it's like that feeling. So go ahead. That's a cult classic for you. That's a little Sunday hangover, make you giggle kind of deal.
There you go.
But
Perfect.
But anyway, yeah. So like, John's the Googler.
Yep.
He Googles hard, and dude, if y'all have never seen like the back end of Google and like all that kind of shit, I got to see it the other day when I went down and asked. I've learned more about Google in the past 2 weeks
than you ever dreamed
It's
of
awesome.
knowing.
I mean,
I'm
dude,
sure.
Google runs.
Yeah.
They run everything. I mean,
They do, and it's insane to me from watching him in there and pulling up the analytics, pulling out this, and he's like, "Look, these words can go here. You do this, that, and the other." I'm like, "Holy fuck!" It's a massive video game.
Yeah,
It's what
Really?
it is.
that's a
Yes.
great way to explain
It's
it.
a-
Actually,
it's and that's what I have to do because I'm like, dude, this shit's so over my head. I mean, I'm not an idiot. I could learn it eventually in terms of all that stuff, but for right now, this looks like a massive video game. And it's like, dude, you talk to somebody who let's just say builds decks for a living. You start to go into the weeds in that. And he's like, look, bud,
I don't care.
just get me, just get me to the top of Google.
yeah, exactly.
Like deal. 'Cause-
Get me leads.
But
that's all I care about.
the back end on that is just, it was so wild to see how much goes into it. And then they drop the headbanger on you that like, hey, 5-6 months they're gonna change all the analytics and you got to like figure it out, or the algorithm.
Yep.
Like Google itself changes
Every
it.
5-6 months they change everything, so you got to go in there and refigure it out all over again.
And
then
that
really,
yes.
every 5-6 months you got to go refigure it
how
out.
frustrating is that?
But
It's
that's
irritating as hell.
but
That's what I'll tell you.
That's why it's so expensive to get the SEO and all that stuff
Yep.
because dude, yeah, you're winning for the first 4 months and then like I said, the video game comes by and goes, bop, fix it, do it again.
Damn, that's wild.
So that's what makes it so interesting.
well, thank God you got a guy who knows all that.
Yeah, and I mean, John's been doing this for 10-15 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, he knows what he's doing, man. I mean, he's great at what he does. You
Yeah.
know, and to
Has that been beneficial to you from like a selling aspect?
oh god, yeah, dude. Like, 'cause here's the thing, I can create the greatest videos in the world. I can create some of the sickest graphics you've ever seen. If I got nowhere to put them,
Yeah.
and you don't know where to put them,
Yeah.
what good did they do?
If people can't find them.
Yeah, if you can't find it, what's the point of even having it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right? Which is why, we have John, my sister Amanda, who runs all of our social media stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, she has a degree in social media management.
Yeah.
Like, she knew she was going to come work for me.
That would have helped to know.
You didn't know that?
No, bro.
Oh, you really didn't know that?
Add that to the sales.
yeah.
Add that to the sales
Okay,
pitch.
we'll do. That
you
helps.
had that.
big
I
time.
thought you knew that. My
Negative
bad.
Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Where did she go to school?
Liberty University.
Oh, how about that?
Mm-hmm. So I was the first person in my immediate family to actually graduate in the time frame I was supposed to graduate in.
There you go.
So not the first one with a degree,
Yeah.
but the first one to actually do it in 4 years. And then as soon as I did it, my sister went, and then my mom actually went back
Oh, no kidding.
in her 40s and got a 4-year degree
That's awesome.
That's cool.
in teaching, and now she works for me.
Yep.
How about that?
Yeah.
My brother got a teaching degree too.
Yeah.
He sells pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, he never taught.
My Alex was a public school teacher for 8 or 9 years.
Yeah.
Shouldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
She was one of the greatest employees I had.
I'm about to say, I could see her being a teacher, though. For
She loved it.
Sure.
Well, she's
Like-
fluent in Spanish, so she taught Spanish.
I had Spanish
Dude,
with
that
her.
was- yes,
That's
dude.
what it was.
Yeah, bro. Because
Yeah.
listen, man, I wasn't a bad student, but like I definitely didn't do my homework, and like,
Yeah.
dude, she definitely helped me out a few times. I mean, John obviously did, especially in math. But
Yeah.
like, yeah, dude, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I don't remember what Spanish it was, but yeah, we had that together.
I think we had.
had a couple
I was
classes,
in. I was
bro.
in. She might correct me on this. I think it was Miss Clinch.
Nah, I don't. You might have had her because I
don't
had
know.
Miss
You want me
Clinch.
to text her real quick?
Nah,
ask her that.
Dude, funny story about Miss Clinch, man. So like, obviously she knew I was like, this was Spanish 3, and I literally was in there just to get into college.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
But by the time I was in there and got it all going, I had got Gardner Webb said I could come play soccer for him.
Yeah.
So I knew I was going to play soccer in college. I knew I was getting in. So I'm in this class going, fuck this. And you know what I mean? Like, I don't need this shit at all.
I think it's funny. You're like, I'm going to Gardner Webb.
Yeah.
All Christian school, by the way. F this.
Bro, I was in the back writing fucking song lyrics, just sitting there
Writing raps.
writing raps in the back of class.
In Spanish?
Negative, dude. So this is what she would do. Every test, every quiz, she made the entire class scoot their desk to the left and towards the front, and made me go all the way back to the corner.
To the back right.
Yeah. And then this one time she made me like come up there and like we had to write out in like some kind of tense. I don't know what tense it was. Los. I mean, there's like a million of them.
Yeah. Los whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get up there in front of the whole class, bro. I'm up there. I write the whole thing out, and she goes, "That entire thing is in the wrong tense." I was like, "Shit." God dang, dude.
One would
So-
say that was a tense situation. For you.
dude, it
was a
was,
tense
man. I was up there
situation.
sweating like, dude, this is
See what you did there.
this is not good. This is not good. But anyway, but so shout out to Alex helping everybody out.
That's wild.
Yeah, man.
So NUBS Media. So now you guys are just digital marketing taking over, huh?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, what I like about this is like he has his. So you hadn't figured it out by now. His mom, his sister, work with him. And it's a family business.
Yeah, and
I mean,
my best friend, my friend of, over 10 years.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, my goal has never been to make $1 million. I could care less, dude. What am I gonna do with $1 million?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to make that much money every year. What I want to do is I want to have 5 millionaires around me that work for me. That's what I want to have.
That's a great way to put that.
I don't want to be a millionaire. I want 5 millionaires around me
Mhm.
because we all did it together.
Yeah.
Like that's what excites me in the morning. That's what gets me up and wants me to go sell more, to go make sure that we're doing the right thing for our clients. Like that's not the only thing, obviously, but money doesn't drive me, man. I could care less about money. That's going to come and go.
Yep.
You know what I mean? If we all do the right thing, then in 5 to 10 years, I could probably sell this company for 9 figures.
Yeah.
And then guess what? We all just got a hell of a payday.
Yeah. And you made it.
Before I'm 40 years old, I never have to work another day again in my life. If I don't want to.
That'd be sick.
That would be great.
Like, dude,
I feel like you're the kind of guy who loves this, though.
I will never not work.
Yeah. I
Like,
feel the
I
same way.
I can't sit still. Like I could probably do it for about 2 to 3 months after 5 years of going hard on this.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I'd have to, I got to go find the next passion now.
You do the creative shit then, bud.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing, dude. That's the only reason I want money is like I want to be able to. What I really want. I want to make an Oscar fucking film. I want.
Yep.
I want an Oscar. That's like the ultimate for me.
As a director, though, you don't.
No.
Well, if you get it as an actor, I mean,
No. I don't care. I'd rather hire the director. I want to be producer and writer.
You just want to be a part of it in some way, form, or fashion, yeah?
Yeah. Well, I want it my story, so I want to write the thing and then have 2 or 3 writers come in there and scrub it out, clean it up. But like it was came out of my noodle, and then it's an Oscar film. You know, because obviously I'd be if it's your idea, you can work the deal, be a producer, and do all that shit, right?
Yeah.
So that's what that would be my thing. So we talked about it one time, like if you won the lottery, what would you do?
Yep.
You know what I mean? But essentially, like what you're saying, and that's why, to be honest, I enjoyed. I mean, it's been 2 weeks that I've worked for you, but I've
already closed 2 deals, bro.
Yeah.
He's killing it,
Look
man.
at him go.
Just let him go, man.
Nah, but it's cool because like and I told you this before, but like you're a grinder, right? So like not the type of filming you do, the cats that work in the industry I was in, it's way more fast paced on your side.
Oh God, yeah, dude.
And so they wouldn't be able to, because it's not the same. It's weird. It's like the same but different. I don't know how else to
When
explain
he was
it.
telling me about what he was doing now, I was like, dude, first of all, congrats. Second, this couldn't be a better situation for you.
Oh, dude, he is literally the perfect person to go sell this.
Well, yeah, and as far as jobs go, like,
perfect,
this
bro.
man, like, I don't know, because he's qualified for many jobs out there, and you know he was gonna take the route and like was gonna learn like sales.
I'm beating the hell out of
You're
this
fine,
mic right
dude.
now.
Don't
I'm sorry.
worry. He was gonna like the sales force and like try to go to Encino or something like that, and like it's just not him. And then this came along and he tells, I'm like, bro, if you don't take this, and two, if you don't excel, like that's on you, because this is
Well, yeah, because I remember you
the
called
job for
me.
you.
You called me about a month ago, right? And you were explaining to me everything that had happened in the acting industry and all that good
Yeah.
stuff. And I want to say you asked me, hey, if you know anybody,
Oh, yeah.
or something to that extent. I can't remember exactly how the
No.
conversation went.
Yeah, I was just something along the lines. You're like, what are you doing? I was like, well, working. Acting's kind of slowed down for certain reasons, and dude, I'm honestly just floating, bro. And because that's when I studied. I was reading Salesforce and like learning all that, learning how to do it all. I mean, I could figure it out, but dude, I would have just.
it's not.
I
it's
would
just
have
not.
fucking went nuts, bro.
Yeah, so I mean, at that time I was like, well, screw it. You want to come sell for me?
Yeah, and
He was
honestly,
like, he was like, you sure?
yeah, I was like,
yeah.
sell. I was like, all right, but it's not to me. It's not really like it's not selling if it helps. It's not like you're selling snake oil. Like this cures everything. It's not. That's the thing. It actually helps the person you are sitting down with. It's like, bro, I'm not here to just take your money.
No.
I'm here to make you more money,
Yeah.
and thus I get a little piece of that.
And if you don't believe me, we don't sign contracts.
Yeah, and that's fine.
I don't force anybody to sign a contract
No.
with me.
Yeah.
And
No.
Now, a majority of marketing companies out there force 12-month contracts,
Right.
Yeah,
right? What I do is I just say, hey, give me the courtesy of 90 days and let me show you that it works.
yeah.
And I'm sure that sets you apart. I mean, it has to.
After 90 days, if you're not happy with what we're doing, don't pay me.
Yeah.
And the other thing,
well-
like with sales too, is that like I just know I was in pharma sales too, right? Pharmaceuticals for 2.5 years,
Yeah.
and you're selling this product and it helps people, but you have to make, like, you're counting on the doctor to write the script, you're counting on the patient to fill it and
Yep.
take it.
Yep.
Whereas now in freight, I'm like, I am the product. Like, let me show you how hard I work. And it's the same thing with you guys.
Yep.
Like you guys are in charge of everything. And that's where I find passion. Like, one, I make the world go round, and two, it's me. I know what I'm worth. I know how hard I work.
Yep.
And that's what I sell, and people buy into it, and that's how you're successful. And it was the same thing. And like with James, like the sales thing, I'm like, dude, this is like you know all this. Like, it's not like you have to go to training for 2 weeks like I had to do.
Dude, this is
and
tailor
learn.
made for him.
Yeah, tailor-made.
Well, the Google shit, I had to fucking.
Well, I mean, some of it you
that's
have
sure,
to.
but, like-
Some of it you have to learn, but your passion
Yeah, that shit
of
is wild.
I know the filming aspect of it works,
Right.
right?
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
these marketing videos work,
Mhm.
and here's what we can do with that in order to make it successful.
Yep.
And also digital marketing. I mean, that's the future. It's now because, dude, man, you got to pay out the ass to get on TV, and dude, you're not really hitting that many eyeballs.
Who's watching TV anymore?
And guess what? Guess what happens
No
when the
one.
commercial comes on? What do? You look
Fast
at your
forward.
not
Or
that,
you get on Instagram Reels or Facebook and wait till the
exactly.
commercial goes off,
You
and then you're back
exactly.
to it again.
You look at your
Exactly.
phone. You get
Refresh.
away. Yep. That's exactly what happens. You're not looking at your little fucking
No.
cute commercial. Like, no, dude.
And honestly, man, most people with YouTube TV now and the Roku TV and all that good stuff,
Yeah.
like, man, the game last night is the first time I've watched a game on TV in over a year, because I always just go to the ESPN app and hit play. That's what I do.
Yeah.
And the only thing that pops up, it says, we're on commercial break. We'll be back soon.
Yeah.
That's all it says.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Because you're paying whatever.
And think about this.
They just up their prices.
When
now,
you go
but-
take a dump, What are you doing?
on your phone.
Exactly.
100%. You're on your phone any downtime. You know, like when I'm in here working, and if I'm like, oh, all right, you know, I'm picking up my phone and I'm checking. I'm going to Twitter.
Yep.
And I'm making my rounds.
You're on Twitter. You're on Instagram. You're on Facebook. You're on all those different platforms.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And kind of to pivot a little bit, you know, go back to Google. You know, because the majority of the people that we work with, they're contractors, they're roofers, they're power washing companies. You know, shoot, we're doing something for a Christmas light company right now. We're filming with them for the season.
You know that Christmas light company,
Patriot
Patriot Illumination. They go around. They put up your Christmas lights for you.
Yeah, Megacorp uses them, I believe, to do our.
It's a great idea, though.
To do our, they like do our office.
I know they do a lot of commercial stuff, but like we're helping them out this year.
Yeah.
You know, like JC and that entire crew over there, dude, they are some phenomenal dudes.
Oh, yeah.
They really are, and they do a great job.
Oh, they make it look right. Trust me.
They do. They make it look right. But like, if your roof starts leaking right now, right? Where are you gonna go? To go find a roofer?
Yeah.
No, I'm asking. Where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go?
Google. I mean,
exactly. So why am I gonna run a Facebook ad for a roofing company? No one's gonna make a $30,000 or $10,000 decision on Facebook.
No.
But if your roof's leaking, you pull that up, you search roofer near me is probably what you're going to type in.
Roofing
or
companies, Wilmington, North Carolina.
Yep. Right? My job is to get you to pop up before the ads do. That's my job. If I can do that successfully, you're going to click on one of the first 3 that pop up there, and you're just going to call them and talk to them.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to do.
Yeah. Or if your video is there. I judge a lot of companies, and this is just me personally, on how well their website's built.
Yeah, and we do website building too. Like we do all that good stuff.
Yeah.
I'd like to think we do a pretty good job personally.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the 2 that I've seen like or that has been built.
We just took over 2 more today.
Well, see, there you go.
We chose our photographer for the wedding.
Well, that's the
based
deal.
on how I was like, their website is beautiful.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful. I was like, call them. Like we're like they're in.
Hey, you need a wedding
video?
video?
John, because it looks professional.
Need a wedding video?
We'll talk about that after this. Yeah. I'll send you to the fiance. She handles it.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
But what the fuck was I saying? Yeah, so like the Googler John, I mean he'll take an existing website that's crap and like rebuild it out.
Yeah.
And that's what's cool, you know, because that's creativity in itself.
Oh, dude, it's so hard because he's coding the entire thing.
So he's not using like Wix or whatever.
No, sir.
Wow, he's doing HTML the whole way out.
Oh, dude, he's the WordPress massa.
C++.
Yeah, so that's why that's why it's such a big deal. It's like, man, you know, this like people see these numbers and it's like, man, you realize how much goes into like and like you just said, man, that's like to me I look at a website, it's like walking in your store. Okay.
Yeah.
If it's a crappy ass store,
Probably not going to buy anything.
No, I'm not. No. I'm going to get out of there, dude.
Dude, speaking of, my mom's thrift shop, since they expanded into the storefront next to them, they knocked the wall down and all this stuff. Redid the whole, it's gorgeous.
Oh, dude, it
twice the size.
looks great.
Looks great. They're the #1 ranked thrift shop in Wilmington on Google now.
Sweet.
That's Nifty Thrifty.
Nifty Thrift Shop.
Yep.
On Carolina Beach Road. Check it out.
I've been by there before. I know.
Yeah, they're with the Good Shepherd Homeless Shelter.
Yeah, donate your stuff to them, too.
They give a percentage of proceeds every month to Good Shepherd. And
nice.
They people who get homed, who are in the homeless shelter but get a place, they get to go there and they get a $200 voucher to get whatever they need.
Nice.
And shout out to Miss Patty. Yeah. Every year she helps me with like my Halloween costume, probably for the last 12 years.
This is very true.
Yeah.
This is very true.
Good stuff.
Man, that's awesome, man. NUBS Media.
What else do you want to know, man? I know we've covered a lot.
Nah, dude. I mean, I think we pretty much sealed it up. I mean,
you want me to end it on a funny military story?
Yeah, hit us.
You can hit us with it. And then we're going to get to sports.
Yeah. So we were in Kuwait City, Kuwait. No, not Kuwait City. We were in Kuwait, right? We just got in there because that's where you stop before you actually go to Baghdad to climatize, get used to the time. I think it's like an 8-hour difference or something.
Yeah.
So that gives you like a week and a half to get used to everything.
So they do that?
I didn't know they did that. That's pretty cool.
Well, that's what they did for us. I'm assuming they do it for everybody.
Yeah.
That's what they did for me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's kind of neat, though.
Our entire company was there in Kuwait.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And dude, there's like a Starbucks there. They have Pizza Hut and Burger King. It's like you never left home. It's just desert around you. Right? Like, dude, I could go get dip whenever I wanted it. Damn. Like they had a PX store, dude. It was legit. I was like, can we just stay here? Like this is awesome, right? Like first deployment for a private, you're like, I don't see what all the buzz is about, guys. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, but then the reality sets in about 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
When you're getting shot at walking out the back of a Chinook.
Yep.
Nope.
So the way that they didn't have like toilets, it was all porta johns, right?
Mm.
Well, they had this thing called midnight chow. It's at midnight. They serve like all the like really bad fried food,
Oh, God.
right? And when you're getting used to a time change, that's when you go eat.
Yeah.
So, dude, they got pizza and burgers and mozzarella sticks and chicken tenders. I mean, it's all the things that are not going to set over very well with your stomach when combined together.
Yeah.
In
Right.
Kuwait.
In Kuwait, right? Yeah, so we're not really sure where it came from, if I'm being... We could have eaten goat. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Right? There's
They
no
ain't gonna
telling.
tell you.
By the way, goat does not taste good, in case you were wondering. I've had it. It doesn't
They
taste
just
good.
look like they don't taste good.
They don't. Trust me. So, well, what we didn't know is that the porta johns got cleaned around midnight every night. So we go in there, go use the bathroom. Dude, I've got to take a dump. I mean, it is bad.
Yeah.
I'm like beelining it, right? So I get in there and I sit down and I'm like, oh, thank God. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how they clean porta johns?
Yes, I've seen it,
All right.
and it smells like fucking ass.
All right. They do it a little differently overseas.
I can only imagine.
Do it a little differently. So there's like a hookup on the side that was connected to every single porta john in that row. And the guy just pulls up, hooks it in there, and just starts sucking shit out. Like literally.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the porta john on the corner. On the corner.
The one that he hooks to.
Yes, the one that he hooks to. Everybody in my platoon is standing out front. They see what's happening. They know I'm in there.
Yeah.
They know it. This is not coming as a surprise to anybody what's fixing to happen. This trucker just pulls up, plugs that sucker in. I look down in between my legs and I see this little hose. And I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? And then he fires that joker up. Dude, my balls got sucked like straight down, bro.
Oh my God.
I come up out of that porta john like a bat out of hell. Naked as a jaybird, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, and I am hauling tail. And nobody asked me if I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm rolling around in the sand.
Yeah.
My entire platoon's laughing. The guy who was sucking the stuff out of the porta johns laughing. He thinks this is freaking hilarious.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
So, and it's midnight, right? So
It's midnight. It's pitch black outside.
Oh my God.
Oh,
You have
dude, it
no
was
clue
so-
what's going on.
Oh, dude, it was so uncomfortable. It took me probably a solid 2 or 3 minutes to figure out, oh, okay, everything's all right.
Nah, dude, when you're...
Damn. And that's when you just got over there too.
Yeah.
I think it was like night 2.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Old Blue gets sucked down a pipe. Yeah, that ain't good. So.
Boy, let
I'll
me
be
tell you
honest with
something.
you. When you said funny story about overseas, that was not what I was expecting.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Well, dude, I mean, dude,
Trench.
man, you get over there and it's just, you just have a good time with it. You know
I mean,
what I
I
mean?
guess
Like,
you
you
got
don't
to.
have a choice.
Yeah, you got to make the best of it. Right?
You got to make the best of everything that you can. Like, dude, there's jokes over there that if I told over here, you'd be like, it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
But when it's just you and 10 other guys sleeping in a room together,
Mm-hmm.
it's freaking hilarious.
Yeah, you got
I
to.
mean, it is.
You got to make it
Yeah, it is fun.
enjoyable
Yeah,
somehow.
and we did the best that we could.
Well, that's
Well,
what's up,
we
man.
definitely
Well,
appreciate the service.
No, I was only there
if
for a
any
month,
of you
but-
go out there to Kuwait, do not take a shit at midnight.
Don't do it.
Do not
Don't do it.
Do not
Specifically on that particular fob.
do that. Yeah, dude.
Wouldn't do it. Hopefully they've changed up their time frames a little bit.
Don't do it. So, all right,
We'll see.
we're gonna move on to sports now.
College
Sports
football is here, ladies and gentlemen. We talked about this earlier.
Yep.
His NC State boys put the whooping,
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
45-0.
Setting the tone.
ECU.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I didn't mean to laugh.
Well, I say this joke a lot, but you know why birds fly upside down over Greenville?
Why's that?
It's not even worth shitting on. They lost 19-33 to App State.
That is the truth, though.
Um,
To App State?
Damn.
yeah, App State. Yeah, App State's good though. I mean,
They're always good though.
They're good.
yeah, I mean they dominated what was like D2 or whatever,
FCS.
the FCS.
Dude, and I will say, going to their home game, that was a good time. Were you with me on that trip?
I
Going
wasn't,
to see
but-
Cameron?
Dude, it's beautiful.
Dude, Boone's beautiful.
Dude,
Yeah.
look, go up there when the leaves start changing and go catch a football game. You're gonna
Like
enjoy
literally in
it.
the next month, because if
Yeah.
you go after that, you're just gonna freeze your ass off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, we had Ohio State versus Minnesota. They beat them 45-31.
A lot closer than a lot of people thought it was going to be.
Yes, and Ohio State came out, dude. They got first possession. It was like their third or fourth play, they had a run to the right for like 50 yards for a touchdown.
Man,
I
I
was like,
wish.
oh, this is going to be a long day, but it wasn't. It was 17-14 and a half.
Yeah.
Didn't Minnesota's running back get injured at some point during that game?
Yeah, I think so.
I wish I would have known who the guy was talking, because everybody was saying how Ohio State was going to come out and like whip that ass. This one guy was like, "Nah, man, it's going to be close for sure."
It was
everybody.
Ohio
was,
State scored towards the end.
Yeah,
So, I mean, it was a closer game than.
but he said that through the first half, it's going to be tight. Like it's going to be.
Yeah, they were only up 3 at half.
This ain't gonna be a cupcake.
And
Yeah.
dude, but it's just in terms of like, I'm talking for all the gamblers out there. It's like, man, it kind of tells you something, like when that one person's saying nah and everybody else is going yeah, because it's just like in stocks, man. If everybody's real bullish, let's say on an earnings call, like, oh man, it's gonna be great, it's gonna be great. You know what that fucker's gonna do? It's gonna drop like a rock.
Yeah, he's gonna put some puts in.
Yeah, you damn right. So it's kind of the same thing in terms of gambling. If you see that kind of progression coming.
I will say for week 1 in college football, this is the theory every year is to take the heavily favored teams. And by that I mean if they are favored more than 14 and a half, like more than 2 touchdowns, you take them, and they're gonna pull it off, which is what happened yesterday. It was actually pretty good.
That's a good pro tip.
Like NC State, right? They were minus 19. Everyone in my chat was like, hammer it, right? Like I'm on a hiatus at the moment, but that covered easily. And shout out Tom. Tom said Tom took the first scoring in the game would be an NC State touchdown, and that's what it was.
Yep.
And as soon as they scored, he hit the chat. He was at the game, hit the chat, was like, "Well, that hit." Well, I said, "Dude, I love a man who doesn't want to wait 3 to 4 hours to see if his bet hits."
Yeah. And dude, shout out to Tom. I think I can say this now because I saw him the other day, but he's having a child. Not him, but his wife is.
Congratulations.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But shout out to you, Tom and Dana. I'm real pumped for you guys. Like, dude, seeing how excited you were telling me the other day, really, I don't know, man, made my heart swell up. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to say a shout out to you on that.
I got 2
For
of them,
sure.
dude. Ain't nothing like it.
Yep.
For sure. Tonight, Duke plays at Charlotte. Duke's only minus 6.5.
Really? That's
Yeah.
not good at all. Weren't they good last year or decent?
Well, I mean, they had Daniel Jones, right? 2 years ago. It's hard to say last year because, like,
Yeah. But you're talking about UNC Charlotte.
yeah, they don't have
They
Alex
beat
Highsmith
State
anymore.
last year.
No, they don't.
Duke beat State last year, didn't they?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They
That's
did.
also the same game that Devin Leary broke his leg in the first half. Our starting
That's right.
quarterback
I heard
went
about
out for
that last
the
night.
entire year after that.
Yep.
And then we had to bring in the other dude.
So, yeah.
the other guy.
Yeah, so Duke's minus 6.5. I don't know. First week of college football.
I'm taking Duke minus 6.5.
All right. Tomorrow, number 19 Penn State and number 12 Wisconsin. Wisconsin is favored minus 5.5. That'll be a great game. Over under is
Where?
49. It's at Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Over under is 49.5, which is kind of low. I might take the over in the game.
Damn, I don't know. See, dude, have you done any like preseason prep with these teams?
Not too much.
That's
That's
my
what tonight's for.
That's my only.
That's what tonight's for.
Yeah, well, that's my only fear. It's like, man, is it almost wiser to live bet?
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah.
Or first half bets are.
I would
are
do
fun
that
too.
for like a UFC fight. I would live bet all day.
Yeah,
for a
yeah,
UFC fight.
yeah.
Dude, but that shit. All right, man. The lines change. You talk about lines changing quickly.
It's UFC.
Yeah, and so like what I'm saying though, you put that bet in. Sometimes like you have to wait for that shit to cycle through because the
Yep.
lines are changing and they'll kick it back.
Sometimes
to
you don't get it in. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because they'll be like they'll kick it because the lines move so quick. It's just difficult.
Yep.
You got to be on your shit if you want to live bet. But hey, the odds you can get really good odds on live betting.
Yeah. And by the way, tomorrow we have 5 top 25 teams playing each other. So
Yep.
5 ranked matchups, which is the first since 1957. Just putting
Ooh.
that out there. So yeah, that's we have number 1 Alabama at number 14 Miami. Bama is minus 19.5.
Yep.
Really?
Yes.
I would probably not take that because we've never seen that quarterback before at Alabama.
True, but it's also Alabama.
Don't care.
Hey, Tommy's calling it out here.
All right.
I don't think Bama's going to beat them by.
So you're gonna take the points with Miami. Miami plus 19.5.
Mhm.
Okay.
I
like-
would.
I
I'm not
like
a
that.
bet man. It's easy to say
No,
that
no,
when
no.
I'm not putting any money on it.
No, but I mean it's
But
Well, I mean,
great
it's a
input for the
fair
people
it's a
listening.
fair
Yeah,
judgment.
it's a
Yeah.
fair judgment.
Yeah, well, not only that, Alabama lost 6 of their starters on offense. Their entire receiving core is gone, I think. I'm not
Listen
saying
to
that,
them. Listen to them go. Keep going.
I'm not saying that they didn't rebuild and restock, and we just don't know what they have whatsoever.
Because they did.
I'm just saying, week 1, the first time they have actually played together live, I wouldn't take them at 19.5 over the number 14 team in the country that lost no one last year.
So what I'm hearing
in
is,
Miami.
What did you? Damn, you don't have the first half lines.
No, I don't have first half lines.
I bet you the first. Hey, look, I bet you the first half would be a good take.
Miami plus points.
Miami points
They're,
first half.
they're probably plus.
Only reason
If
I
I
say
had
that
to guess, I'd say
State,
plus 9.5 is what my guess would be.
Yeah, because usually it's just chopped in half of whatever the line was.
Well, yeah, chopped in half
for the
yeah.
game. But that's something to really consider. I mean, because there's a lot of pressure just coming from playing college sports, man. Like, you're a freshman, and you're out there, and you're like you there's pressure on you, bro. You're not going to perform as well that first game, at least not in the first quarter. That's a fact.
No, I mean,
and now if you're coming in there, like, because the thing about the internet is, dude, Miami knows they're fucking. They see the lines, they see all that, and all that does is motivate you.
Yeah.
Because you literally go, hey man, you got nothing to lose. Go for it.
You're the 14th team in the country, and you're 20-point dogs.
Yeah, go for it. Do whatever you got to do.
So that'll be an interesting one. Over under 61. Which is
So I'm
right.
taking points Miami first half probably.
Okay. We have number 17 Indiana and number 18 Iowa.
No idea. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know anything.
Yeah, Iowa's -4. The over under is only 46. The thing I love about Iowa is they do the Children's Hospital
yes,
thing.
the wave.
The wave.
Mm-hmm.
And so for that, I would just take Iowa because I think that is one of the greatest, if not the greatest, traditions in college football.
Yeah, well, that spread's pretty tight.
It's a tight spread.
I might take under on that.
Under 46?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Why not? I mean, well, if the line's that good, I mean.
Well, let's get to the game. Let's get to the game of the night tomorrow night. And that is number 5, Georgia, and number 3, Clemson in Charlotte.
No home field advantage.
First time
Neutral.
ever two top 5 teams are matching up opening day. Now, this is crazy because this could determine whether either of these teams makes the college football playoff or not.
First week.
Pressure. Talk about pressure.
Clemson is favored -3.
Nope. I'm taking Georgia all day on that one.
Really? -3?
I'm taking Georgia all day. Georgia will win that game.
I like that. That's a bold move, Cotton.
He's on
Georgia
plus
will win that game.
Over under is 51, which I think is
50.
perfect. I wouldn't go anywhere near it.
No, fuck the over under on that. I'm gonna go with Tommy's gut on this, man. I'm gonna go with Georgia.
I'm gonna go Georgia only because my brother-in-law is a giant Bulldogs fan.
I'm going with Georgia because first year Trevor Lawrence is gone.
Yeah.
What's that quarterback going to do against the number 5 team in the country? Yeah. His first ever live
big shoes.
Starter, huge.
Do we know if Georgia's quarterback is returning? I can't remember.
I can't remember his name, but I think it is the returning.
The last Georgia quarterback I
year.
remember is Jake Fromm, and I know he's been gone for like 2 or 3 years.
Oh, the last one I remember was Stafford.
Fuck Matt Stafford. I'll tell you why. Georgia played Virginia Tech my freshman year in a bowl game. We were up 21-0 at halftime, and that sumbitch came back and beat our ass in the second half. I was pissed.
Who's that pro ball the pitcher that he grew up with?
Who?
Stafford.
Oh, I can't remember.
God, but it was him and this other guy grew up together in like the same neighborhood, and they each were pro in a fucking sport. I mean, the odds on that is insane.
It's crazy.
It's not Verlander. It's
dude. It's a pitcher. God, he's good. Yeah, but gosh, I can't remember. It doesn't matter. Keep going.
I can't remember his name. But the only game that matters is tonight.
Listen,
my man, roughly 2.5 hours.
My man slept in his bucket hat.
I haven't taken it off since last episode. Number 10 UNC. I wore it last week too. Yeah. Number 10 UNC plays in Blacksburg on a Friday night. Exit light, enter night. Good luck. I've already talked to young John.
My man is all in on this
he's
game.
in, bro.
I live and breathe.
This man has a fucking turkey suit that he wears, man.
Yes.
Yeah, so we wear turkey suits. I got a hold of my brother's original turkey suit, and I put it in a giant shadow box, and I was the best man at his wedding, and that was my gift. I printed out all these photos and put it in the shadow box, and I framed the turkey suit, and he still has it to this day in his cave. But tonight at 6 p.m., UNC is only -6. -6, over under 63. I like the under here.
See, this is another game where I'm going to take points Hokies first half.
Okay, so we have Braxton Burmeister. He is his first full year at Tech. Last year he played 2, but like, with the COVID, it just sucked. We were missing players, and he missed 2 games because of the COVID and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. Anyway, he's a transfer from Oregon. He's a dual threat. He's the man. My brother met his parents. Actually, saw them 2 years ago in Charlotte. They moved to Charlotte, and recognized him, and came up, was like, "Hey man, like I'm a Hokie. Best of luck to you." He was like, "Oh wow, you're the first person to recognize me." To this day, my brother has stayed in contact with his parents. His parents gave him tickets last year.
Ryan?
Yeah. Ryan had coffee with his parents yesterday.
No shit.
He did, and he's ready. That's all he said. I said, "What his parents say anything?" Is that his dad looked me dead in the eye and said he's ready.
Take the points.
So you guys you're lucky this year.
Yeah, well,
you don't have to play NC State.
Oh, get out!
Is that what you were looking at?
Yeah.
I was looking at the schedule.
I think we don't play each other until 2024.
Yeah.
Oh damn, that's crazy.
Last time we played y'all, we got freaking murdered though.
We were at the game.
We got murdered.
Yep.
At Blacksburg?
Yeah, when I had a broken leg.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I beat you guys by like 20 something.
Listen, bro, we told this story a couple episodes ago, but this man was in a wheelchair in a Hokie suit because he broke his femur.
I broke my femur. Yeah.
That's commitment, sir.
Yeah, bro.
I broke my femur October 28th, and that game was like the week before.
Not only that, we had seats midway up, and so he kept his wheelchair down at the bottom, and we had crutches. He had to crutch every stair going
every bleacher all the way up.
And dude, Tommy, check this out, because I don't know if you heard this episode, but about 3/4 of the way, people started cheering. They're all clapping because there's like 10 of us,
Yeah.
and John's at the front, and we're all like, there behind him, and it's just. Everybody standing up, clapping, doing all this
That's
shit.
awesome.
I got to the top
while he's in his fucking turkey suit.
Yes.
we get to our seats. I turn around, and everyone's clapping for me. I put my crutches in the air. Dude, I felt like I was fucking Rocky.
You should have, sir. As well you should. As well you should.
Yeah, that was
awesome.
a badass.
And then we proceeded to just slap the shit out of it.
Yeah, it was bad. How long ago was that?
That we've actually played again since then.
Yeah,
2015, I believe, is the last time we played state. We won that game too.
We didn't really have a quarterback in 2015.
You guys haven't really.
We had Ben Finley, who was a great college quarterback.
Ryan Finley.
Sorry, Ben Finley's who plays now. Sorry, my bad. Because we got his brother.
Right.
Ryan Finley was great.
He was great. He was great for you guys.
He was a phenomenal quarterback for us. And then after he left, it was supposed to go to Devin Leary, which he was the starter. He couldn't play the first game because of COVID contact tracing last year. And then he started his next 3 games, won 3 in a row, and threw for an average of 350 yards per game and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Broke his leg
against
Duke, and then Bailey Hockman stepped in, and he did good for about a game and a half. And then I don't even know who the other guy was that stepped in after that, but we still went 8-4 last year somehow. I don't know how we pulled that off.
No, yeah, you guys looked good last night. That's for sure.
No, I usually judge the rest of our season on how we play against the teams we're supposed to beat.
That's how the Hokies always are.
That's a good way to judge it, though.
Like seriously though, because like every year we've gone into halftime and we've been up like 10-3 against the team we should just murder.
Yep.
Right? And then we come out in the second half and we play great. They're like, "Oh, we're good." I'm like, "No, we're not."
Yeah, no.
All that means is we know how to make halftime adjustments.
Right.
How are you going to make a halftime adjustment when you're down by 28 against Clemson?
Right.
Like you're done. The game's over.
Yeah.
Well,
at that point, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I judge it. Like last night, we were up 24-0 at halftime. That's awesome. That's exactly what we should have done.
I was going to say, you're 19-point favorites, and you're covering it.
We're covering it at halftime.
Yeah.
Perfect. Awesome. Shutout last night, 45-0. Defense played phenomenal.
Yeah,
you got to love that.
That's a big deal for morale.
Who's that number 1 dude, that linebacker y'all got?
Oh, my
the captain?
God. Oh.
He laid the wood on someone last night, dude.
Yeah, it was their backup. It was their third-string quarterback. He was a freshman. He was on his first drive. This kid is just out, dude. I was all in on this game last night.
He got hit so fucking
Bro.
I was laying on that couch watching it on this, and dude, I had the volume on that. The sound.
It echoed.
I was looking at my phone, and I heard it pop, and I looked up. I was like, oh my God, someone just got killed.
Yeah, dude.
And the commentators were like, what a hit.
Dude, rocked him.
Dude.
It was sick. Like, so Dave Doran hands out the number 1 jersey to a different person every year.
Yeah.
Whoever earns the number 1 gets it. He's had it 2 years in a row.
2 years in a row, yeah. That's
Bro.
what I said last night.
So their backup. So the third-string quarterback, he came in. He was running all over the place because he was more athletic than their starter. So I guess old number 1 over there was like, all right, we're going to put an end to this real quick. On that third run, he took off in open field, and he did not run out of bounds.
Dude, no, and he didn't even...
He tried to make contact with him.
Oh,
Two
damn.
drives later, that joker was out of the game.
Dude, it was disgusting. He got hit so hard. I was like, there's no chance. No chance this guy
Dude,
can
my
win
dad
six
was
straight.
at the game. He texted me. He said that echoed through the entire stadium. He
It
got
was one
hit
of those.
so
It was one of those
hard.
hits where like the pads pop,
Oh, dude.
and I had the volume up, and I literally looked up as soon as I heard it.
Oh my god.
And it's one is like, ooh, and the quarterback's just dead.
He's
on the sideline.
he was not in a good place after that hit.
No, dude, there's no chance.
But
He
man,
was
our
good.
linebacking core is unbelievable. Our biggest problem is going to be our secondary, just like
Yeah.
it is every single year. Every single year, our secondary just
And I'll be
struggles.
honest, that little kid, the wideout on South Florida, they played South Florida last night.
Yeah,
He was open 2 or 3 times and got overthrown, and he was the fastest player on the field.
but you see what I'm saying though? Like there's little things like that where I'm watching a game like Clemson.
you got to tighten that up. Oh yeah,
Clemson
Listen,
scores on that
if
play.
the quarterback doesn't overthrow, he's gone. And that's 2
Carolina scores
touchdowns.
on that play.
Exactly.
You know, it's like I'm looking at that going, we should technically be down 14-10 right now
Yep.
as I'm watching the
And
game.
he
If
got
we're playing a
overthrown twice.
legit team,
Yeah.
we're down 14-10.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm looking at stuff like that, like, hey, you can get away with that this week. You know, and then like missed tackles and stuff like that. Well, these guys aren't as athletic as what we're going to be dealing with in the next 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah,
Like, dude, we play Clemson week 4.
yeah. I mean, listen,
Thank
Hokies.
God it's at home.
We're playing them. Carolina's 10th in the country, which is, I mean, look, Sam Howell's a good quarterback.
Overrated.
Mac Brown's a good coach. Do I think they should be 10th in the country?
Hell no. Carolina is not
no,
that good.
No. And
They're
they were only
not
did that
that good.
because goddamn Big Ten didn't even barely play last year, right? So all those teams were out,
Terrible.
and it's like, yeah, I don't know, but kickoff is in about 2.5 hours, and I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm going to watch the game tonight.
ESPN, baby,
Yeah, I'll watch it tonight. And
It's
then
at
I'll,
6?
And then I'll watch
At
my
6.
I'll watch my NASCAR
in Black
races
as the
this
sun's setting in Blacksburg.
Mm.
It's a sellout crowd. It's the first game in Lane Stadium.
I want to watch
with
it.
fans in 650 days.
635 for NC State last night.
If you think
It ain't going to
Blacksburg
be
is
rocking.
Blacksburg's hammered right now, I wish I was
There's
there.
not a sober person in Blacksburg
No,
right
sir.
now.
No,
not
sir.
a chance.
Not a chance.
They canceled class today.
For sure.
Oh yeah, they did.
I guarantee they did.
Oh yeah, they did.
Like
got the
there's
email.
no doubt.
You got the email?
Yeah, they didn't have class today. You kidding? me?
No, dude,
Yeah.
them kids have been
Yeah.
partying since 9
They
o'clock
left
this
it up.
morning.
They left it up to the professor discretion.
Which basically means
Yeah.
go home.
That's all. That's
Yeah.
what I like about towns like that. You know, I mean, they all get drunk for those occasions. You know, like everything stops and it's okay.
And what's wild, like
Yeah.
Carter,
Yeah, it's okay. It's great. Do it.
Carter Finley is such a fun place to tailgate. Like the fairgrounds are awesome. Right? I've gone 2, 3, 4 times.
How about this?
Had a blast.
How about this? Why don't you come with us this year?
What game?
Let me see. So you're coming with us. James is
18th.
the 18th, but we already got
September?
that last. Yeah, we already got that. We're playing Furman, dude. I
Yeah.
don't want to come to that game.
I don't mind buying a ticket and just tagging along.
Nah, homie. I bought 4 tickets. You might as well just come with us.
All right.
What if we went to the Louisville game?
Oh yeah, I'd be all about that.
Go to the Louisville game because me and my wife are going to that one.
When is
And
that?
October something. I think it's October 30th. Actually, it's the day before Halloween.
Yeah, I could probably
Hey, this was the bachelor party I was going to.
the
Oh yeah.
October
yeah.
1st. Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
so we're getting married the 6th of November, so that's the week before. But
All right, man. I'm gonna leave
I
that
could
up to
probably,
you,
yeah.
dude.
all right,
I'm
all
going
right.
to the game the day before my 6-year wedding anniversary.
Yeah, well, okay.
No, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Um,
And then the Carolina game's the next Friday night.
yeah,
Oh, I'm going to that one.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not,
have
but
to.
I will buy season tickets and only go to that game.
yeah. Well, I mean,
That's the
you're
only game that
guaranteed
matters.
Tickets. Yeah, you're guaranteed tickets.
I mean, yeah, I'm
y'all
guaranteed.
y'all
Let's go.
traditionally do pretty good against Carolina though.
Yeah, so in football we do phenomenal against
Yeah.
them. Like last year they beat us because we were working with 2 quarterbacks. We didn't know who the quarterback was going to be going into
Dude,
the
last year you can't judge anything last year. Like it's just plain and simple.
There was
You
no
can't.
home field advantage ever. Like that's as neutral. Yeah, maybe we had to go to Chapel Hill to go play them, but it was still just as neutral playing as you can
Just
possibly
scrimmages, man. That's all.
get. Yeah, that's all it was
yeah.
scrim, and it's hard for the kids to get up for those games, man.
That's why I'm saying. That's why I'm confident in the Hokies tonight. Like Blacksburg's going to be rocking, and I'm here to tell you, I don't give a damn what you're ranked. You go to Blacksburg at night, it's going to be tough.
Can I give you my prediction?
Yeah, hit me.
Okay, first quarter, all those kids are going to be overthrowing every single pass.
Oh yeah,
They're going to overthrow the entire first
Hyped
quarter
up.
because they're going to be so juiced up.
Yeah.
I mean, so juiced up. It wouldn't shock me if Virginia Tech's coach, if you guys get the ball first, he calls for a bomb on the very first throw.
Yeah.
And he's going to overthrow him by 15 yards. He's going to be so juiced up,
yeah,
Yeah.
that's fun.
you know? But that entire first quarter, everybody's just going to be – they're going to be moving fast, and I think the game's going to be going really fast for both teams in the first quarter. I say it's probably 7-7 at the end of the first quarter.
Under first half.
I think it's 7-7 at the end of the first quarter. And I
at
think
the end of the first quarter, so that's 14.
And I think it's, in my opinion, I think it's 13-10 going into half.
Who?
UNC?
Yeah. I think UNC will be up 13-10 going into half.
What was the spread? -6 for the game?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's probably minus. It's probably -4. I would say -3.5.
Well, you could buy a point or buy half.
Yeah,
point.
you can buy.
I'm gonna go with it'll be 13-10 Carolina going into the half, and then coming out in the second half when everyone's settled down. That's when you're gonna see where the talent comes out. And I don't know what we have yet for anybody.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be watching the game just because Carolina's playing, and I want to.
It's
scouting
amazing
for NC State.
the amount of NC State fans
That's awesome.
that have hit me up today. It was like, dude, pummel them. Like,
Oh, dude, look, man, that's my prediction. I hope y'all are up 45-0 at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, no,
Personally, I hope they
feel
throw
the
4
same.
interceptions and they all go back to the house, and your offense ain't even got to take the darn field in the first quarter.
That would be very good.
I would love that.
Um,
You'd hear me screaming from Middle Sound.
And I feel the same way when people play UVA.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yo, destroy them, like kill them. I don't care.
We murdered them last year,
Oh, it's so
What,
good.
UVA?
I love watching
Oh, yeah.
UVA lose.
and
It's
we
so
beat them in
good.
basketball last year.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do remember that.
we'll see. Like I said, kickoff. We are officially 2 hours and 20 minutes from it. I'm gonna be tuned in. You could already know that.
Yeah, this man is jacked up.
Dude, you're like 3 beers deep already.
If I didn't have to work, I would have started drinking about 9 a.m.
Good for you, as you should, sir. As you should.
Yeah, it's not natty, but that's okay.
It is what it is.
It'll
It is
work.
what
I got to
it
go
is.
back to work after this.
It'll work.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to do some things too, but that's all right.
Yeah, it's all good.
Tommy, appreciate
Yeah,
it.
bro.
Dude, thanks for having me. This
Yeah,
was fun.
man.
That was
Hell yeah,
awesome.
man.
We got to do it again.
Anytime.
We'll do it again.
Let's do it again, man.
You guys will see more stuff from NUBS Media.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Taking over Wilmington.
We'll do some stuff for you guys.
We'll do it, and we'll
We'll just
catch.
do it for the sake of doing it.
All right.
I'm in, and we'll catch all you guys next week.
Peace.
Later.